welcome to another episode of E&Ftv's Bridging the Gap. And today I'm joined by recent graduate from University of West London, Davide Ruocco. Davide, how are you?
Hi, Jason. How are you? Thank you for having me on your channel today.
No, it's
Very good,
absolutely
actually. Thank you.
good, good. I've been practicing the pronunciation of your name for about 30 seconds, and I think I nailed it. What do you reckon?
Well, that's amazing. You've done some good some very good progress on your pronunciation. Yeah, it's very good.
Fantastic to have you on the show. So yeah, tell us to start. You've recently graduated from University of West London. Um, Tell us a little bit about where your story started up to present day, if that's okay.
Okay. Well, I was born in Italy. Well, in a little town, very small actually, so it's very different to London. Then 5 years ago, I moved here. And started my career development in restaurants actually. Um, this was the first restaurant I worked with was Annabelle. Is a private members club, quite famous around the world. While I could barely speak a word of English initially, I was hired as a food runner. Um, but I was able to work my way up rapidly, plenty of willingness to learn and be part of the team success. I worked within the company for about 3 years, reaching the position of head waiter. Um, During this time, I had been studying also at the University of West London, um, keeping my full-time job, of course. And at that point, I came across also the opportunity to join the Hilton on Park Lane as a receptionist. The choice was arduous at first, as I had to choose between staying in the food business, where I'd already gone a long way in my career level, or make maybe a so-called step back and choose a job that could have told me what I wanted to know about hotel business and eventually given the chance to reach my career goals. Anyway, I decided to give myself the chance to work at the Hilton on Park Lane, and it turned out to be a choice I'm very happy about today. I've had the opportunity to learn about front desk operations, reservations, and the role and task of a revenue manager as well. Um, I realized how important it is that these hotel departments work together to make each other works easier. What the decision I went through is a limbo that most of young workers go through nowadays. Um, like being scared of a change, wanting to stay in their comfort zone, risking to give away bigger opportunities or dreams, probably as it happened to me. But I like to tell them not to be afraid of embrace change. That is a constant part of the life, and it often leads to personal growth and development.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more.
Yeah. Well, anyway, when I decided to want to study for a degree in hospitality management, I already knew that revenue was the field I was most interested in pursuing one day. But I also recognized the importance of gaining like comprehensive understanding of the entire hospitality business.
Yeah,
By pursuing a degree in hospitality management, I aim to build a strong like a foundation in aspect of the hotel industry and including studying areas such as hotel operations, guest service is very important, marketing and finance as well. My intention was to collect all these intricate workings of hotels and in the broader industry context. I believe that like a well-rounded education in hospitality management would not only provide me with valuable knowledge, but allow me to connect with and allowed me to connect the dots between different departments of the hotel.
Yeah, yeah. I think you touch on something really, really important, and that's an all-round knowledge of hotel workings. So I many years ago did a trainee management internal scheme with a hotel I was at. So I spent 6 months in F&B, 6 months working on front desk, on reception, and so on, housekeeping, even in the kitchen. And that gave me invaluable knowledge of the full workings of the hotel, which only helped me later in my career when I went into sales, when I went into revenue management. So I think having a good grounding, albeit only for 6 months, learning the operations is invaluable. Tell us, just rewind a little bit. Tell us a little bit about why you chose to study in the UK and specifically, I suppose, at the University of West London.
Well, when I was back to Italy, I didn't have much the um like I didn't want much to study at university actually. Not sure why. But like when I moved to London, I had um I don't know, something like switched on while I was here, and I decided like I want to study at university actually, but I want to do that in English. Um, don't ask me why. By the way, when I started university, I had an amazing experience here. Was literally amazing. I met new people that now play a part in my life, and I surrounded myself with peers that had my same eager to grow in career. It wasn't always easy, as I had to find gaps to study during the time I wasn't working. Um, I remember I used to be often tired when getting home, but still managed to occupy some time to study. And well, now that I look back to it, I'm kind of glad that I had gone through all this because it showed me that and gave me confidence that I'm capable of much more than I'm capable much more of what I expected before. The course turned out to be very interesting and linked to more of my interests from the second year. And while in classes, we're going through real industry cases studies, investigating them to find out how those could have turned out positively or negatively for respective companies, which was fascinating. My last year, then, I had the chance to follow the subject of revenue management, where our students were given the assignment to play with this hotel data simulator. I believe
Yeah.
it's called Redstone. I'm not sure whether, um,
Yeah, so it simulates the workings of a real hotel and you get to make the decisions that a revenue manager would in real time. Is that right?
yeah, that's the one. Yes. Well, that will give us the chance um to make changes on hotel room price, budgets, and make distribution channels and manage distribution channel every quarter of the year, of course, timely on a real time from the
Yeah.
university. So we had to do this in a month. Um, and yeah, we had to make these changes based on operational and tactical decision made by us. It probably had only the basics, but it gave me a wider understanding of the importance of like RevPAR, ADR, GOPAR, and how an analysis of the market and competition is done properly.
Davide, was that the first time you'd heard of revenue management? Had you when you started the course, had you any idea what revenue management was, or was it just when you came to that module?
No, well, I was I made my research like some time before. Um, my interest for revenue management started with when I was much younger, like I was about 16 years old, and I remember my brother, one of my siblings, older siblings, is in the hospitality business, and is basically managing sales and revenue. Um, well, he was doing this at home, and I remember I used to watch what he was doing while he was at the computer, and
Fantastic.
yeah, I'm not sure why, but I didn't understand even much of what he was doing at the time. But I was really interested and fascinated with like of the looking at the spreadsheet, tables, and um even charts were like very interesting. Probably was the colors that made the magic as well. But yeah, then of course during the years, I had to plan my career goals, and while I was here in London, I made some research. I started like researching what my brother was doing, and read all the description of the job, um, and see if I could have seen myself doing that kind of job in the future. And yeah, at some point I said, yeah, I'm really all into it, honestly. I really want to do this job. And so from that point on, while I was choosing university I wanted to go to, I was also looking at courses that were also including revenue management, when at that time there were not like courses just like focused on that subject. But I
Hmm.
found in this university, um, luckily I found the revenue management course at the end of the year. So it's part of a wider course, hospitality management. But
Yeah.
still, I said probably I can learn much more about it, and thanks to this course. And then I decided to go for it. Yeah.
Yeah. I think it used to be an optional module at University of West London, but Ariane's fought to make it compulsory in the future to expose more people to revenue management, but also to the possibility of um, striving for a commercial position rather than. I think most people like you, even though you'd had some exposure when you were younger to revenue management, most people go into a hospitality degree being more ops focused. I know Ariane's doing a lot of work to change that and to expose people to that the potential of something more than being involved in operations.
That's right. That's right. And I believe some people probably believe that revenue management is all about numbers,
Yes,
mathematics, like dealing with the finance and stuff. Yes, there is a part of it, but it's not the main part. The like you're basically reading data and making decisions can they can influence the sales and the profitability of the hotel. It's not all about mathematics. That's what I know and what I think. And I will encourage everyone to try this course because it's very interesting to.
I think one of the things that strikes me about you is how hardworking you are. Am I right in saying that you were working full time while you were studying your degree as well? Is that
Yeah, yeah,
correct?
yeah. That wasn't easy at all. Especially at the beginning because hospitality didn't give you much of a choice but to work long hours.
Yeah,
And part-time cannot be really an option if you want to grow in the career while studying as well. And also make money because you need money if you're alone here in a big city like this.
indeed.
Um, said therefore, yeah, I had to work like very long hours, about 50 hours, I believe, at the beginning per week. So that wasn't easy. Then I had the chance to ease up a little bit when I joined the Hilton on Park Lane, where I had the opportunity to work a little bit less, like 4 days a week, and have my my beauty sleep during the 3 days off. So yeah, I at my last year of university, I had the chance to study more and get get my degree in hospitality finally.
You must be immensely proud of it. You work in front desk at Hilton at the moment, aren't you? What
Mm.
next for you? How do you hope to achieve your dream of becoming a revenue manager and beyond that?
Well, so my career dreams and hopes are quite aligned with my with both my personal and professional growth. I certainly would love to get soon into the field of revenue management. I would love to put in practice what I have learned and brainstorm with the team and how to improve our hotel results. At the moment, while I'm in the hotel, I'm the Hilton Park Lane. I had the chance to develop a lot of my personal skills and my working skills, my team skills. Because basically what they do is like each month they give you a day, and it's a payday, yeah. Actually very good. Where you can study what you would like to do in the future. Just if you want to if you want to um grow in some skills, you want to develop some skills, you have the
Mm.
chance to do this, and every 1 day of the month, and it's totally paid. You just go in um as a normal day of work, and at the computer following some courses, some video courses. And I recently also had the chance um, to join this interactive workshop. Um, this was an interactive workshop for um, the subject of revenue management, of course with Hilton, and there were various leaders in the field of hotel management together with me, which I'm just at the beginning. We were learning more about the job of a revenue manager, and looking at the use of the tools that help the revenue team to make a final decision aimed to maximize profits. Was very interesting, and I think I've learned quite a lot of from the teacher that was online explaining us most of most of the tools that you could find in this program. Is called Grow. Is basically um, is a global optimization of revenue, um, used by Hilton, from revenue managers by Hilton. Yeah,
I think
it
it's
was.
great that you have these opportunities with Hilton, but I'd encourage anyone that if you are in front desk function or reservations and you wanted to break into revenue management at some point, to even if you don't have these opportunities afforded to you by a big brand, get pestering your general manager, get pestering the revenue manager, and say to them, "Can I just sit and watch what you do?" And who knows, it may lead for you to you covering their desk while they're off ill, or covering some aspects, maybe getting involved in reporting. So then when you are looking to advance in your career, you can always point back to that. Even if you're going into RMCC, or if you're going into the Accor graduate revenue manager position, they'll look back on your CV and you can say, well, in that position, although I wasn't in a revenue function, I did assist with the reporting, or I did assist, I had some exposure to it, which is like mission critical, really. You've obviously had fantastic opportunity to do that with Hilton. So yeah, amazing. So where do you hope to dare to dream a little bit? Where do you hope to end up? in the
Well,
future? Say 10 years time.
in 10 years' time, 10 years' time is a long journey. Uh, but I would say in the long term, I see myself like playing an important role in achieving the company's strategic objectives, strategic and financial objectives, and leading my team to achieve a successful results. Maybe in 10 years' time, I see myself putting having my own business, my personal business. But first of all, I had to get my my knowledge in the revenue management first. And then, well, we see where life brings us.
It's certainly your hard work, I think, will work ethic will take you far. I see on LinkedIn earlier that you've been doing certificates in leadership, and you're obviously looking at harnessing and developing soft skills as well as the hard skills.
Yes, that's very important just to keep your brain trained, and when you get the chance, uh just to like make like step forward, and never just stay in your comfort zone, and think that that's enough, because you we all can do much more than we are just now able to.
Absolutely, absolutely. David, it's fantastic to have you on the show. It's been great learning about your journey, your hopes for the future, and it's definitely, I think, something that current students and recent graduates would find really interesting to hear. So thank you so much for coming on the show.
Absolutely, I had some great time. Thank you very much. Thank you.
We'll get you back on in 5 years when you're like a VP of revenue for Hilton or something like that.
That would be a total pleasure. That would be a total pleasure.
Fantastic. And so we've got time for this week. Like and share the show because it helps us attract really good guests like Davide, and we'll see you again next week.
Here we go!